Hey everyone, we are back. So now we have come to chapter 9. First Samuel chapter 9. This one is quite long. From verse 1 until verse 27. It's quite long, so stay with me. Stay with me. So previously we read about the Israelites demanding for a king and God giving them warning as to this is what you're asking for when you ask for a king. Or king, not queen. So now we're going to read about Saul chosen to be a king. So yes, stay tuned. So yeah, verse 1. There was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, son of Zeror, son of Bekorath, son of Pia, a Benjaminite. You know, back then, yeah, you were a son of a son of a son of a son of a son of. So just tracing back your lineage. Yeah. So now we don't do that, obviously. But yeah, son of Apia, a Benjaminite, a man of wealth. So he was moneyed. And he had a son whose name was Saul, a handsome young man. Nice Saul. There was not a man among the people of Israel the people of Israel more handsome than he. For his shoulders upward, he was taller than any other people. So he was handsome and he was tall. I mean, any woman would like that kind of man. So yeah, there was no one as tall as Saul. Ooh, that kind of rhymes. As tall as Saul, in all of Israel, and as handsome as Saul. Yeah. So now the donkeys of Kish, Saul's father. Oh, the donkeys of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. So Kish said to Saul, his son, take one of the young men with you and arise, go and look for the donkeys. Yeah, so Saul's father, his donkeys were lost, so he said to Saul, okay, take one of the servants with you, the young men with you, and go and look for the donkeys. Which makes sense. I mean, who's supposed to look for them? And he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and passed through the land of Shalisha, but they did not find them there. They did not find them, so they passed through the first two cities and did not find them. So they kept looking, but they were not there. So they passed through the land of Ephraim and through Shalisha and did not find them, and now they're just passing through Shalim, but they were still not there. They passed through the land of Benjamin, but did not find them. So basically, they looked through the entire land of Benjamin, the entire region of Benjamin, and did not find the donkeys. But when they came to the land of Zuph, Saul said to his servant who was with them. So they came to the land of Zuph, and Saul said to his servant who was with them, sorry, reiterating, come, let us go back, lest my father ceases to care about the donkeys and becomes anxious about us. So they've been looking for the donkeys for some days and they still haven't found them. So Saul thinks, okay, isn't it better for us to just go back, or else my father will stop worrying about the donkeys and start worrying about us. But he said to him, the servant, the servant who was with him, but he said to him, behold, there is a man of God in this city, and he is a man who is held in honor, and that he says and what that he says comes true. So basically, yeah. Okay, let's go back again. But the servant said to him, behold, there is a man of God in this city, and he is held in honor. He's a man held in honor. All that he says comes true. So basically, everything they're talking about Samuel. So everything Samuel says comes to pass. So he doesn't, like, if he prophesies for you, just know that it's going to happen. So now let us go there. Perhaps he can tell us the way we should go. So this is the servant talking. Okay, like let's go to Samuel, then maybe he can tell us where we should go to find these donkeys. Then Saul said to his 7. But if we go, what can we bring to the men? For the bread in our sacks is gone, and there is no present to bring to the men of God. What do we have? So, which kind of makes sense. Like when you go to see someone, isn't it polite to bring something like a gift for them? But yeah, so Saul was asking his 7 in this case that, what are we going to give this man? Because the bread that we had, we could have given him the bread, but we finished it already because we've been on the road looking for these donkeys for some time. So what are we going to give him? And the servant answered Saul again, Here, I have with me a quarter of a shekel of silver, and I will give it to the men of God to tell us our way. So, I don't know, a quarter of a shekel. So I'm assuming like a shekel was around, and then is it like a quarter of a shekel? Meaning that they cut it in 4 quarters. Okay. Or was it like 25 cents? Or the same value of a 25 cent back then? I don't know. So the quarter of a shekel of silver, and I will give it to the man of God to tell us our way. So if we give him this quarter of a shekel, and then he will tell us where to go, how to get there. So formerly in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, he said, Come, let us go to the seer, for today's prophet was formerly called a seer. So basically this is explaining that when you wanted to go to see a prophet, you would say, Come, let us go a seer. Because back then they were called seers, and now they're called prophets. So now, yes, today's prophets back then were called seers. And Saul said to his servant, Well said, come, let us go. So basically Saul agreed with his servant, and then they went. So they went to the city where the man of God was. They got to the city, and as they went up the hill of to the city, they met young women coming out to draw water, and said to them. So Saul and the 7, they got to the city. As they got there, they met a group of young women going to fetch water, and they asked them, Is there a seer here? And they answered. So they asked the women, Is there a seer here? And the women answered, He is, behold, he is just ahead of you. Hurry, he has come just now to the city, because the people have a sacrifice today on the high place. So basically, it means that the women had either physically seen him, or they know of what is going on in the city. So they told Saul and the 7 that yes, he was just here. They answered, he is, behold, just go ahead of you. So he was just here. Hurry, he has come just now to the city, because the people have a sacrifice today on the high place. So today is the day that the people hold a sacrifice on the high place. So hurry up, and maybe you can see him before. Yeah, as soon as you enter the city, you will find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. So that explains itself. So as soon as you enter the city, you will see him. Yeah. I guess, yeah, they were like the social media back then. So as soon as you enter the city, you will see him. And for the people, before he goes to the high place, so rush, quickly go to him, see him before he goes to the high place, because the people are waiting for him. For the people will not eat till he comes, since he must bless the sacrifice. So the people are waiting for Samuel to come to bless the sacrifice. So they will not eat before Samuel comes and blesses the sacrifice. So Saul and the 7 must quickly go and see Saul before he has to go to the high place, because he will be held a bit longer in the high place. So yeah, that's the reason, as far as I know, as far as they know, that is the reason why Samuel came to the city to bless the sacrifice. So yeah, okay. Now go up, for you will meet him immediately. So they were telling him to quickly go, you will meet him immediately. So they went up to the city. As they were entering the city, they saw Samuel coming out toward them on his way to the high place. So as they were entering the city, they saw Samuel who was going up to meet them. Huh? Wait. So they went up to the city. As they were entering the city, they saw Samuel coming out toward them on his way to the high place. Okay, so the high place is in a similar direction of where Saul and the servant were coming from. So Saul and the servant were coming this way, and then Samuel was going this way. So that's why they met. Okay, that makes sense. Now the day before Saul, the day before Saul came, the Lord had revealed to Samuel. So the day before Saul came to see Samuel, the Lord said to Samuel, "Tomorrow about this time, I will send to you a young man from the land of Benjamin, and you shall anoint him to be prince." Wow, nice. So tomorrow, around this time, I'm going to send a young man from the land of Benjamin, and you shall anoint him prince over my people Israel. That's nice. And he shall save my people from the hand of the Philistines. For I have seen my people for I have seen my people because their cry has come to me. So Saul is going to say, this young man that I'm going to send to you tomorrow around this time, he is going to be a prince over my people, and he is going to save them from the hands of the Philistines. And because my people have cried and I have heard them. So this is the answer to their cries. Nice. When Samuel saw Saul, the Lord told him, here is the man of whom I spoke to you. So the Lord told him, okay, this is the guy I was telling you about yesterday. So when Samuel saw Saul, he's like, yes, this is the guy I was telling you about. Yes, go. This is him. Yes, and he it is who shall restrain my people. So yeah, he will basically save my people. No. Then Saul approached Samuel in the gate and said, tell me, where is the house of the seer? No, Saul obviously doesn't know what's going on here. So he's just looking for the seer. He has never seen Samuel, so he doesn't know how Samuel looks. It's not like now where you can check on social media. Okay, how does Samuel look? Samuel the seer, how does he look? And then when you spot him in the street, and you can be like, oh yeah, that is Samuel. So back then, obviously, there was no social media. So Saul coming to Samuel and asking for Samuel, kind of funny, I guess. So tell me, where is the house of the seer? And then Samuel answered Saul, I am the seer. Go up before me to the high place, for today you shall eat with me, and in the morning I will let you go, and will let you all that is in your mind. I will tell you all that is in your mind. So Samuel answered Saul that, yes, I am he that you are looking for. Go to the high place, and then today you will eat with us. What an honor. So imagine you're looking for someone important, and then they're like, yeah, okay, it is me that you're looking for. So how about we go have dinner, and then I will, like, yeah, you can just hang out with us, and then tomorrow I will tell you all that you need to know. All that you need to know. Like, yeah, you came there looking for a way to find your lost donkeys or your lost positions, and now he comes to you with an answer like more than you were looking for. Nice. And also giving you some kind of honor, because now you are going to sit with him on the table. You are going to be sitting, like, obviously he is well known and he's respected, and by what's that, by whatever, if you're eating with someone well known, you also kind of get the same respect. So like, nice for you, Saul. And yeah, let's go back again to 19, verse 19. Samuel answered Saul, I am the seer. Go up before me to the high place, for today you shall eat with me, and in the morning I will let you go and will tell you all that is on your mind. So come join us for dinner, and then in the morning I will let you go and tell you all that is on your mind. As for the donkeys that you were lost 3 days ago, do not Set your mind on them, for they have been found. So you remember, you did not even tell him why you wanted to see him. So I think that's also the nice thing about the prophets back then. You did not need to tell them why. I mean, the true prophets, you did not need to tell them why you wanted to see them. They could just see it out of you, like, okay, you are looking for your lost donkeys. And now the people are like, so tell me what's wrong. Like, tell me, and then I can help you, which is obviously different. And for, yeah, the donkeys that you are looking for have been found. And for whom is all that is desirable in Israel. So basically, the donkeys being found is desirable to everyone. So I don't know, I think he means it in a sense that if anyone loses their donkeys or their anything, it is desirable for them to find it. Everyone would like to find what they lose. I think that's what he means, but I could be wrong. Is it not for you and for all your father's house? So isn't it the same desire for you and your father's house that you find your donkeys, what you're looking for? Saul answered, am I not a Benjaminite, from the least of the tribes of Israel? Is it not my clan, the humblest of the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? Why then have you spoken to me in this way? So Saul is like, who am I that you want to invite me to dinner? I mean, I come from a humble background. Like, who am I that you want to invite me to dinner? And like, now you're telling me all of these things, that you're going out of your way to tell me. Like, obviously Saul doesn't know anything. For him, it's like, uh why? Imagine a celebrity you meet in public just comes to you and you're like, hi, I'm a fan. And they're like, oh, would you like to join me for dinner? That would be weird. As much as you'd be excited, you'd be like, why are you inviting me to dinner? But yeah, so I think that's how Saul kind of felt in this moment. Then Samuel took Saul and his young men and brought them into the hall and gave them a place at the head of the house of those who had been invited, who were about 30 persons. So there's about 30 people who were invited to the dinner. So Samuel took Saul and Saul's servant and put them at the head. So basically on that long table. So I think it means he put them like at the long end. Like, yeah. Yes, I think so. And yeah, so he put them there at the head of the table, at the head of those who had been invited. Let's read again. And Samuel took Saul and his young men and brought them into the hall and gave them a place at the head of those who had been invited, who were 30 of them. So I'm thinking like the head of the table, right? So basically it's a long table. Because according to my understanding, usually they ate on those long tables. It wasn't like a bunch of 5 seating table or 10 seating table like we do now. Okay, so yeah, verse 23. And Samuel said to the cook, bring the portion I gave you, of which I said to you, put it aside. So Samuel had told one of the cooks to put a certain portion aside for like until he comes and asks for it. So yeah. Wow. So the cook took up the leg and what was on it and set them before Saul. And Samuel said, see, what was kept is set before you. Eat, because it was kept for you until the hour appointed, that you might eat with the guest. So Samuel is basically telling Saul, like, see, what was like, we prepared everything, but we put something specifically aside for you because we knew that you were coming to join us. The time has come for you to come and join us, to come and eat with us. So see, this is what we had put aside for you. So Saul ate with Samuel that day. And when they came down from the high place into the city, and a bed was spread for Saul on the roof, and he lay down to sleep. So back then, I don't know if it was not cold, but the people used to sleep on the roofs, and the roofs were not triangular like this, they were flat. The people were able to sleep on the roof. Maybe it would not rain, I don't know. Or was it just the second floor with no roofing? I'm not sure. So according to my understanding, it's more like one house, like one floor, one house like this, and then the roof was just flat, and then just had a bed. Cause like they lived in a minimalistic way, so they did not have a lot of furniture, so they only had what they needed. So it makes sense that there would be a bed on the roof. I guess that was more like the second room for the guest. I guess the guest did not necessarily sleep in the house all the time. I don't know. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Down to sleep. Then at the break of dawn, Samuel called to Saul on the roof, "Up, that I may send you on your way." So basically, Samuel woke Saul up and told you, like, "Hey, wake up, so that I may send you on your way." Break of dawn, like, yeah, the sun just like, I think around 5ish in summer. Yeah, yeah. When the sun is just coming out. So Saul arose, and both he and Samuel went out into the street. So Saul woke up, and he and Samuel went out into the street. And now the last verse. As they were going down to the outskirts of the city, Samuel said to Saul. So basically, they were walking, and as they were about to reach the end of the city, Samuel said to Saul, "Tell the servant to pass on before us, and when he has passed on, stop here yourself for a while, that I may make known to you the word of God." So basically, the servant is not supposed to hear what Samuel is going to say to Saul. So now Saul has to tell the servant, "Hey, can you go ahead of us?" And yeah, after the servant goes ahead, then Saul has to wait for Samuel for some time, and then he will tell him everything that God had told him. Yeah, I think the next one will be more interesting. Now, this is the end for now. 1 Samuel 9 until verse 1 until verse 28. 27, which is quite long, but not as long as I thought. And the next one is chapter 10, where Saul is going to be anointed king, where the drama starts. So see you next time, guys. Thank you for joining me. Sorry.